DeVries said the grand plan made her do it, huh? Jeez, kinda preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady. What do you want now?
Kinds of abstract number theory applications, and that should and would be sufficient reason to want them. But there are also, how should I say, practical applications, such as maintaining the security of bit cartridges. In fact, our archive uses primes for that reason and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval on its ultra-efficient system of data bricks, as well as using prime numbers in the process of checking its memory stores for corruption, lest its calculations be tainted by such. But if you strive to become a numenistics researcher, there are several open questions in the area of prime number study. One such question is this: is every even member of the set N2 besides 2 a sum of 2 primes? It seems to be so, but no one has ever proven this conjecture. Similarly, are there an infinite number of prime pairs that differ by only 2 in their value? That seems unlikely, but we have been unable to find an upper limit. Perhaps you could discover one of these proofs and become the next senior tenured laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numenistics for the Order of the Ascendant. Such a lofty, and dare I say, elegant goal. Good disquisitions to you all, and good day.
Traveling at the velocity of light through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, the informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound of scientism. The Office of Hindrance Deterrence and Obviation has posted the following for venturesome pursuers of justice and fortune. A bounty for the lives of Edward and Morton Dunsany, rebels and raiders,
a visitor.
known to be operating
Without-
out of the former protectorate
Hello.
compound.
You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rollo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one. As a laugh, everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on.
The very fact we found each other boggles the undisciplined mind. I can count on you, you can count.
I mean, if you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. As for me, I just got that, anecdotal feedback. A few times, I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers? I didn't know what to do about that. So I just stayed put. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostications work well enough. You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
Administrant Agarwal. Here to finally hash this out, are you? Thought this day would never come.
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation, in the hope that we may finally close the book on the exclusion zone once and for all.
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
I can count on you.
The seer predicted imminent danger to the exclusion zone. In the interest of safety, the displaced must leave.
Well, the displaced are the ones taking that risk, on the grounds the predictions can be false.
The displaced are under the Order's care, and the Order should decide what is best for them. Hence why we need the help of an outsider. Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands. Speak on then.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia, this is Grand Plan Wireless. Stifled by unfulfilling work with no hope of advancement? Tired from fighting off your fellow workers to keep your employment? Want data-driven...
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
And take our short 38-minute questionnaire to determine exactly what career you are meant for. Act now and receive a 1-week prognostication from a seer. Absolutely.
But our predictions are given to inform and protect, not to frighten. Forgive me. I do not mean to disrupt.
But not us.
You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
Some actions that are improper. Something your fractions should never be.
Her mission is to uplift and enlighten.
She's indoctrinating, not helping us. Can't you see the difference?
Point taken.
You actually got the provisioner to give you the time of day. Huh.
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget it's also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
Define the recurrence relation. Get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abasi.
Fair enough. The Order does keep us refugees fed and plenty, medicated. To give credit, as I do with blame, where it's due. I'm all ears, Mediator.
Gazing upon the golden spiral, a part that's quite so vital, arcing in a circle.
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire Sub Rosa hooligans to duke things out for us.
That is unquantifiably absurd, and I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help. Unproductive is one thing. Paid Donnybrooks with surrogate fighters is... well, I'm at a loss for an applicative metaphor to describe it. I understand he is rather short-handed.
Yeah. Someone should get right on that, huh? Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis?
It's Fibonacci from Liber Abasi.
At Auntie's Choice, we'd view this from a lens of how sickness undercuts productivity.
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone may outweigh these concerns. Collapsed, but we built Matriarch's Mercy to optimize comfort and safety.
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure, more of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty. People are struggling to make do with what they have. If we had the exclusion zone, This wouldn't be a problem.
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established order construction guidelines. By my calculations, you've explored this topic from every conceivable angle. Admirable work, Mediator. I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands.
The future of nourishment is here. Apogee chips, shelf-stable and intestinally safe. Tomorrow's favorite snack is available today.
From the Order of the Ascendant. An ease-setting witticism to confer to colleagues at break time. The universal equation should maturate more rapidly.
Well, if this is the fate that was augured, then I will not complain, though it goes against my very nature. Please, be safe. That's all I ask.
Not to worry, Administrant. The exclusion zone is our problem now. Here. You stay out of trouble. We'll try and do the same.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict, with an 8.23 margin of error, that our situation will improve in time.
Stop it with the predictions. You don't even know multivariable calculus.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Logic, primarily. The study of correct reasoning, sequence, consequence relation. Ah, but I see by the glaze in your eyes that's of no interest to you, so let's move on, shall we? The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge?
And leave Abbot Newell to be subjected to the inanity of a total stranger? Absolutely not.
Don't trouble yourself about Seer Wiley. He's here as my aide. I trust him implicitly. Now, you were saying? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
The most stunning order-made structures across the entire Arcadia system. Prepare to sense the sensational as we draw your feelings of awe to the Alexandra Monastery at Matriarch's...
What business is it of yours?
Let's not be unfriendly. The agent's only curious. Obviously, Victor's work has something to do with N-rays, but beyond that, I haven't a clue. More of that pesky compartmentalization, I'm afraid. Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
Rumination.
Victor is dedicated. Single-minded, one could say. I've always thought highly of his analytical skills as a researcher, less so his social ones, perhaps. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
Stand by for further stimulating content. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies.
No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate?
Or white, or simply a shade of gray? No. No, it would not.
Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace.
Far more radiation than they absorb, so they can be modeled as an idealized object, which is assumed to absorb 100% of all.
Most assuredly not. It would eliminate the entire point of the ceasefire. Please convey that fact to whomever you speak with.
Determines what packets of light will be emitted.
I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
Its emitted light shifts
Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
Even rare blue stars exist.
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Stars, you wonder. I would think the listeners could easily draw this trivial
Yes.
conclusion for themselves.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
Resulting in a non-green star. There is no naturally occurring stellar composition that emits solely packets of green light. In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference, and no such evidence of any kind has ever been detected. Let's get back to Nuthan Discard, the famous stellar cartographer. The methodology of the
Both, I should hope. We've been collaborating for many years, and, plan willing, for many more to come. Especially given how very uncertain life in the colony has become.
He ignored empty regions, as black would only dim the color.
Oh, indeed. I needn't educate you on what you can see with your very eyes. There is a great deal of pressure on me to navigate what is a rather novel situation. Without Wiley, I dare say our predicament here would be even more precarious. Many lives depend on him. On us both. Why, Matriarch's Mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development.
More specifically, in the cylindrical coordinate model of color space.
Not if you consider the alternative. Its absence would be far more catastrophic for these poor refugees. Really, The Order is being quite
In
charitable.
more novice terms, while the college
That
heads
is a
towards
statue of the matriarch,
of a variety of
Alexandra
grants and
Varick,
fundings, results in a
Arcadia's
more
founder
beige
and for whom the monastery was named after. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-order members at the moment, given recent troubles. But perhaps Seer Wiley can give us an estimation of its reopening.
Oh, certainly. According to my calculations, the monastery will be accessible to certain members of the public shortly.
Ha! Good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit. The observatory is a true sight to behold.
Office of Hindrance, Deterrence, and Obviation. Keep on. Those pivotal impediments won't preclude themselves.
This popular number has been conclusively proven.
Where to first, Commander? N-ray range, Zeranium manufactory, or outpost opportunity?
Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Full of excuses for the attack, wasn't he? Could be that he's sincere, or could be that he has his hands so full with keeping his community from falling apart that he missed a memo or two. Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. If it were my folk buried under the rubble, if Ortiz was among them, I'd want to know for certain before acting. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are. Sure won't, but it could be the difference between an all-out conflict and a strategic reparation. I know which one I prefer. While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help, however we're able. I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only so much basic training can prepare you for. Once endured a week-long bombardment in a foxhole with only enough rations to last 3 days. Screams went on twice that long. Some of us still ain't fully recovered. We should move on, unless you got something for me?
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
You too can reach the pinnacle of refreshment with Omega Point Tea. Available in standard and recaffeinated versions. A taste this transcendent can only be formulated by the Order of the Ascendant.
Always remember, every moment, every minute calculation brings us closer to solving the universal equation. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
Do not worry when things become complicated. School and studied, then matriculated. There's no need to suffer from perplexity in the face of a source of large complexity. Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal. Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander. Tough enough, buddy.
Aggressors in range. Can't be helped. Can't back.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
You can manage any such complexity. It's partially imaginary. No need for fear. The concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. If you stay there.
Trouble ahead.
Ready to waste him. On your command.
Gotta feed the beast.
Just field data validated forecasts and relevant information future calculations. All pay heed and take warning. Recent reports note a sporadic outbreak of belligerent zealots characterized as having cobwebs in the attic throughout Golden Ridge.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Our laboratory is harnessing mysterious stellar radiation. Facility personnel intensely fear the worst. Cultist trespassers could never comprehend the fundamental forces at work, which not only render the zealots all the more unpredictable and dangersome. Unfortunately, given the current state of Golden Ridge infrastructure, we cannot verify the N-ray ranger's status without crossing through
Look at you, court slow, Commander.
extra tour. Even under the best of circumstances.
Guns cocked and loaded.
Send a message with an important sign-off such as that apparently was a note to self, not to be read aloud.
Further beneficial content soon follows. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him. Can't have our fearless leader firing on empty. Let's get to crafting.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Reminds me of Tau Ceti right after the merger. Had to wait for my number to be called just to get rations and a cot. Hope these folk don't have to wait.
What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order? But we saw that coming.
What happened to this?
is determined you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities,
Matriarch's
informed
mercy is
insight
no
into
safer
the
than the
future.
trenches.
Also,
Look on the bright side.
music.
I predict that the worst is behind us.
Until we in the Order solve the universal equation, we won't have all the answers, but for now, Vicar Magsaysay has most of them. Go on, ask a vicar. A listener asks, how does prediction work? Well, the intricacies are much too complex for the layperson to grasp, but that's hardly a satisfying answer. Trust Vicar Magsaysay for a fathomable description that even the shallowest minded among you might absorb.
Always happy to illuminate. We start with a person's life equation, as determined from the extensive questionnaire they filled out at their nearest predictory. Then, we perform a standard surface integration of the equation, leading, of course, to the production of an undetermined constant. But by using a single data point from their life event list, we can assign a value to that constant, leading to a simple-to-use, simple-to-understand life prediction equation. We can use additional points to not only validate our model, but also to improve its predictive accuracy. And we can use the resulting integration to predict future life events. And there you go. I knew you'd understand. In fact, I predicted it. Until next time, keep your queries coming.
Keep put, much is left to come. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
The grand plan is the predetermined order to the entire universe. We can predict it down to a decimal point.
If we factor for random elements offsetting certain...
How do you do, stranger? Always nice to see a friendly face around Matriarch's Mercy. Though it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist. What? And you think that's me? Listen, friend, a little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical professional. Clearly, you don't suffer from imposter syndrome. Have it your way, then. I know when I'm being voluntold. But you better make it worth my while. Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality of the sleeve. I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. No idea if she's still in business. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory, so watch yourself. Fresh being the operative word. My thanks, stranger.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. A general reminder for the especially studious:
Friendly
monitor
approaching
your
from the
step
north,
when
home
traversing
fire.
between academical appointments. Do not read and walk. The localized
Halt!
dimensional tears.
What is your destination? Leaving with that heading will bring you in direct contact with the forces of Auntie's choice.
Bloodthirsty zealots.
Everyone is on edge since that last attack.
To pedestrian
Honestly,
If you
quiet
must
doesn't
operate
make it
beyond
That is what I call a stubborn clog in the old pipes.
dimensional disturbances, please take
You're gonna have to hold it in, friend. Privy's out of order. Never fear. I'll get that clog moving soon enough. They don't call me the pipe doctor for nothing.
And now, additional data.
You mean you want the pipe doctor to practice real medicine? On real people? Why, this is the greatest day of my life. The human gut is the most compact and efficient sewer system ever. A plumber's dream. My dream. But don't get me wrong, it would be an honor. I'm just not sure that I'm ready for that kind of challenge. Well, I do thank you for your confidence, regardless. Always remember, make sure and get... Now, what can the pipe doctor do for you? Just fine, thanks. Tough nut to crack, but I like a challenge. Clogged toilets are nature's way of keeping us humble. A reminder that for all of our civilized ways, we are only as great as our basic functions. I'm just a plumber. What do I know about human anatomy? People aren't toilets. Well, always remember, good plumbing starts in the bowel.
Irrationality is good for the workflow. How can that be? How can that be?
The bowels.
Infinite, a measure of mystery. Unveils the key to logic's asymmetry.
Friendly approaching from the north.
Your insides are leaking outside, Commander.
Irrationality. One thing that you must profess. Irrationality is a part of our progress. How can that be? How can that be? Using heart, another without it. Evokes a result, correct in the dividend. Accept it.
Don't make me bury another agent!
A positive externality. A positive externality. A positive externality. One thing you can plainly see. Accept it. In this infinity, can it be a positive externality? One thing, the irrational term accepted.
You find any good scraps today? No. Scraps. Hard to scrap.
Can result in explanation. How can that be? How can that be?
Looks like a fight. Out of him. Ready to waste him. On your command.
Get your Trinitron!
Coming up on some close.
Got twitchy feet!
I forgot.
Loading up! Ground and garbage!
thing's got a mean streak. Popping my claw.
1.7 Kelvin. I can count on you, you can count on me. And I can count on you. Colleagues can be cold, but academia's always true.
Think the cult's signaling that we ain't welcome here. But I ain't too keen on heeding signs.
Shot by fluids to 100.
Troublemaker approach. Let me know when you needed us.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension.
Got my lamps on a...
Continues to hold, remain certain that every department is united and ready should conflict recommence. Simply recall the precision of our
ready to wait
against local not only forced by rapacious
I'm coming for you!
into scattered lines of hastily done a tidier paraphrasing of their colorful invective couldn't hold their own on the battlefield.
Insides are leaking!
And now a song
return to the vault! Yep!
And become allergic to water this year.
The color of space. A chromospectral.
Wonder what we'll find in here. Apart from
when
cultists,
asked
most
about
likely.
the average color of space, the famous stellar cartographer Newton Odescard replied, with no hesitation, beige. To experienced lumen astronomers, his answer was the expected one. But I can already hear the obtuse listener bleating, with their faces contorted into a rictus of ignorance.
If you don't let me
Wouldn't
out of
the
here!
average color be
She sounds
black
pleasant.
Or white, or simply a shade of gray? No. No, it would not. The answer is rooted in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are no green stars. To understand all of this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication emission theory. The typical piece of non-heated matter absorbs most electromagnetic radiation that falls upon it, including light, infrared, and radio emissions. And the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible part of that reflection is its color. However, most stellar objects generate far more radiation than they absorb, so they can be modeled as an idealized object, which is assumed to absorb 100% of all electromagnetic radiation and re-emit some based on its temperature and composition. Stellar composition
There best be a stiff bottle waiting for me if I ever manage to make it out of the...
determines the frequency
Oh, no!
of light, and hence what portion of the
No!
spectrum Low temperature temperature emission is mostly
No,
infrared and
no, I'm
invisible
really
to us
not.
without proper
There was uranium on my hands when I came in here, and now it's...
here.
Why didn't I wash them
As the
first?
stellar body's temperature increases, its emitted light shifts up into visible light, through red into orange, then yellow, then white.
Thanks for the preposterously late advice. How about you leave me to endure my pulpy penury in peace?
Mostly blue and invisible ultraviolet light. So why are there no green stars, you wonder?
What? No, that's not... Someone help me!
They draw this reason for themselves. It's because any star emitting green light also emits bluish and or reddish light too, resulting in a non-green star. There is no naturally occurring stellar composition that emits solely packets of green light. In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference, and no such evidence of any kind has ever been detected. Let's get back to Newton Odescard, the famous stellar cartographer. The methodology of the Odescard's chromospectral survey was straightforward. He partitioned his astronomical field of view into grids, then tagged each object in every grid. He ignored empty regions, as black would only dim the color and not change its fundamental hue. The light from every galaxy, star, nebula, and quasar was gathered and fed into a central tabulator for computation. The subsequent spectral analysis produced a final answer to within 0.5% of the predicted value. And that result was beige. More specifically, in the cylindrical coordinate model of color space, the hue is 42 degrees, while the saturation is at 9%, and the value is a full 100%. In more
How dare anyone who frees me! The rest
white,
will die horribly, I
addition of
promise you
brighter
that!
Reds and some blues results in a more beige tone. And there you have it. So go forth, neophytes, and as you study your lessons, stare at the nondescript walls of your library, classroom, or dormitory facility, and exult in the knowledge that beige is also...
Architect's balls! That was some fine killing! Would have preferred you'd left one or two of those traitorous miscreants for me to sharpen my blade on, but no matter. Serves me right, trying to help those sorely lacking in the gray matter. But they rightly paid for their transgression. Betraying someone sent by the exalted leader of the glorious dawn herself warrants a painful death.
It's another installment of...
Name's Azza. You are? We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught.
The man responsible for elevating it from academic advisory board to a humanity-saving belief system. The answer to who he was is more elusive. No one knows his...
The rifts only seem destructive because we are looking at them from the point of view of imperfect, mortal bodies. To be deconstructed by a rift is to be reborn in perfection.
His lectures were known to leave students in tears, on the verge of mental transcendency. Yet the subject of his teachings are outside the scope of today's question. We must respect the process.
None whatsoever. All I know is that they were planning on killing me by filling my room with uranium gas. I was here to help them scavenge for old order technology to further investigate the wonder of the rifts. The rifts are a device of the architect to hasten humankind's perfection. They reduce whatever comes into contact with them to mathematically perfect information. We are nothing but that information, but we cannot see that because we exist in a chaotic and disordered reality. The universe is decaying, and our efforts to manage it are futile. The rifts are a perfectly ordered phase of existence. No chaos, no striving, no suffering. Peace and unity with the architect themselves. No, it does not. Perhaps I will tell you what does, should I ever count you among my few compatriots. There is one other thing. I have similar business at the N-Ray range. These fools were only part of the contingent that betrayed me. I aim to see them pay the same price, though maybe with more disemboweling. Your violent tendencies could be of great help to me there, as I'm sure mine could be of service to you. If you deign to take me on, of course. Nothing that will live to regret. But it seems like you've already a full contingent with you.
Explain. An isosceles right triangle. The smaller sides are measured both as one. The length of the longest side then cannot fully be expressed by anyone. They're irrational, 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 irrational. Remainder is mishrational.
If you're sure, Commander. But I'd watch myself around this one.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go kill us some traitors.
The ratio known as golden. It is written as the Greek letter pi. From the Fibonacci set beholden. Second only to the number known as pi. Pi is a worldwide phenomenon. Attempt to square a circle and you'll need it. Don't confuse it with its homonym sibling. It's a number you cannot eat. They're irrational, 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 irrational. Remainder is mishrational. What's a number that has no ending? A number that we call transcending. A mathematics man named Mueller. His work was that of genius and astounding. His number you see as a lowercase e to calculate with interest compounding. They're irrational, 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 irrational. Remainder is mishrational. These numbers are so monumental. They're also known as transcendental. They're irrational, 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 irrational. Remainder is mishrational. They're irrational, 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 irrational. Remainder is mishrational. These numbers are
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia, this is Grand Plan Wireless. Ready to have your mind enlightened and your day embrightened? It's time for another installment of Ask a Vicar with Vicar Magsaysay. Oh, here's a question from a new pupil, freshly converted from Auntie's Choice. Did presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar know the matriarch personally?
Yeah. Wonderful. I do enjoy educating the uneducated. The succinct answer is no. Our presiding bishop never met the matriarch, but let's look at all she has done. Over the course of her decades-long appointment as presiding bishop, Ruth Bassar has added multiple parameters to the calculated life equation of the matriarch. She has determined derivatives at multiple points along that function, obtaining a Maclaurin series with a convergent approximation beyond any previous sequence. Our infallible presiding bishop has approached an error dispersion exceeding 5 sigma, a level of calculation superior to all bishops before her. Cite her theses with confidence. If that did not sate your curiosity, then by all means, inquire again and again with abandon. I, Vicar Magsaysay, will be happy to enlighten all who will listen.
Stay tuned for what follows. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Recharge for mayhem!
Architect's ball! Supposed to shoot. I've been known to hold a grudge, you know. Time to earn my.
By all means, inquire again and again with abandon. I, Vicar Mugsai, will be happy to enlighten all who will listen.
What happens next may surprise you, but not us. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
8841971669. Nine three nine 937 510582097.
You've returned. Is there a reason you're looking to monopolize my invaluable time? Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that? Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like we can muster a counterattack or anything. But even if I did believe you, so what? Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing? Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says everything's hunky-dory. You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long. Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you as someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally, I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately, my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me. Well, who else should I be worried about? Do you have any idea how abysmal that's going to look on my next employment review? You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you a word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or If all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side.
Xenobiological exploitation. For the past fiscal year, I've been on a
That bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning. My contract medicalist over there is literally up to her elbows in it, her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn autodocs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the autodocs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send your message.
Don't see a Raptidon venom sack like that every day. And what each...
At one of our forts. Trooper's accused of poisoning her senior officer for some preposterous reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical specialists. The last thing I can do is waste one for days just to find out if she did or didn't toxify him. Go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for.
Brought to you by Auntie's Choice Liftoff Laxative. And every washroom mission with a successful splash.
This is gonna make no more sense for me saying it than it's gonna make for you hearing it, but apparently, the senior officer at one of my forts is a mantisaur. A real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur. Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking one, just a regular old head-munching mantisaur. Anyways, there's some dispute over who his second should be, and he can't exactly decide himself. So go sort it out for me, and I will gladly send your message.
And 2 venomous injectors. The Varachnid.
Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down.
Ridge, we'll find a Varachnid breed encrusted with crystals, which only improves their unsettling appearance in that it helps them blend in. Plenty of nastier variations out there. This whole system needs an exterminator. These jumbo bugs are deadly from any distance. They'll cover a quarter furlong in a single leap and tear you apart before you know they're near. Some breeds hurl sticky silk globs. You know what? No need to track one of these spiders down. Listeners get the gist. Oh, security team spotted one nearby. Great. Guess we better have a look. Little bugger's skinning up behind me! It's on me! It's a swarm! They're everywhere! Burn them! Burn them with plasma! Best way to deal with swarms is plasma grenades. Burn the whole colony in one
It's
fire
the best.
And don't
Better than
traps.
up, down, up,
Magnets don't have the
down,
gray
up,
to skip
down.
around them.
Just want to say good luck. We're all counting on
The
you.
spiders might already be on top of you. Nastiest case scenario. Let's just move on to the spoils, shall we? A Varachnid's only premium part is its sucker. Hideous, but handy in all sorts of crafting recipes. Certainly more valuable than the heart. That and 10 sprat hides will get you a cup of dehydrated water. Time to blast off this bug-infested rock. So with that, I raise a glass of Spectrum Red and bid you bottoms up to your bottom line.
Even though I've nothing but disgust for your corporate overlords, at least the invasion stirred up some much-needed chaos in Arcadia.
Have I mentioned that I got no interest in your opinions of my overlords?
We can always talk about you then. Like how you were the victim of corporate greed and hubris.
Reckon I wasn't clear. I got no interest in your opinions about anything.
Crab witch, a sandwich made from crab will make some mighty fine treat. Crab witch, a sandwich you want to eat.
Rare to see a place like this relatively untouched by the war.
Easy to eat, but only once our chemistricians process the meat to turn a bottom feeder into instant lunch. It's quite the branding feat. So grab a crab because it can't be beat. Best of all, this tasty flesh is deemed safe to eat. Crabble can be more than just a solvent-based glue. Now it's good for me and you. Crab witch, a sandwich made with crab will make some mighty fine treat. Crab witch, it's the sandwich you want to eat.
You lost, stranger? I don't see a lot of new faces in these parts. What are you? Order? Protectorate? Anti? Well, don't that beat all? An unaffiliated freelancer. You and I are a dying breed. Me, I'm a sprat trapper. Cute little things, but their tallow and hides fetch a high price. Used to be Protectorate, then worked for the Order, then Anti. Whoever's calling the shots on a given day. Now, I'm just waiting for the dust to settle so I can find out who I work for tomorrow.
But eat it before we treat it and you'll end up dead soon.
Gregory? Well, I'm glad to hear he's still kicking. Loyal customer. Very particular about his sprats. These being hard times, I've had to raise my prices. Gals gotta eat, and I don't care for sprat meat.
If you heard you can't eat 'em, yup, it's true you can't. Crab witch, consume at your own risk. Crab witch, it tastes almost decent. Crab witch, it's the sandwich you want to eat.
Trust me, Gregory is an artiste when it comes to biology, and every artist needs the right canvas. Pleasure doing business.
Auntie's goods or services.
Auntie's Choice Chum Bar is a delicious new food-adjacent snack from the maker of meaty roll-ups and spectrum leavings.
The Chum Bar is made from the finest coagulated slurry of both animal and vegetable byproducts.
Including but not limited to borscht entrails, sprat organs, salt tuna skin, nanner peels, and tobacco husks for the perfect combination of crunchy and chewy.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to...
Any luck with the sprat hunt? Decent quality, all things considered. Frankie's work is second to none. You can tell the good doctor I'll be around shortly, armed with needle and thread, calipers, and my finest jar of glass eyes. No, thank you. It's always a pleasure to bring passion to one's work, even when that passion is a tad morbid. Be seeing you, Agent.
Since the schism, the Protectorate have rewritten history.
From a medical standpoint, take this. On behalf of the Order and the displaced, I thank you. Now, will there be anything else? I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and skill. We're short on everything, I'm afraid, including generosity. Many thanks. Now, hold still. You might experience some momentary discomfort. Right as rain. Now,
Trails, sprat organs, salt tuna skin, nanner peels, and tobacco husks for the perfect combination of crunchy and chewy.
Try it today.
And buy an extra bar to... share with a chum.
Yes, well, enough of that, I suppose.
I consider this song a real standout.
Do you believe
number.
Arcadia shall ever return to how it...
Any luck with the Sprat hunt? You can tell the good doctor I'll be around shortly. Be see.
Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You're gonna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. But we probably ought to tell you there's a side element or two.
Apoplexy, whooping fits, childhood gout, adult rickets, dysentery, swings of mood, bloody flux, decrepitude, night terrors, mania, day terrors, melancholia.
Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You're gonna be...
There are so many reasons to shop for Auntie's Choice products. We have a wide range of goods for every budget, from the most extravagant to the most bit-minded of customers. We have food and drink.
Hey, stranger! Please, you gotta help me. They're gonna railroad me into a guilty verdict. Then I'll be declogging sewer sediment tanks until I'm dead enough to mulch.
We are also the only retailers.
Durbin! Oh, that's great! He's bound to see the truth of this and let me go. Abner's trying to pin this on me, and it ain't right.
Found in an Auntie's Choice product is provided free of charge and is not the property of
I've
Auntie's
absolutely no notion as to why. I've never been in no kind of trouble. I'm a good employee, I do my job, and I don't complain. And honestly, I actually like Chief Cuddy. He'd get you extra shifts if you asked, and only ding your pay if you really screwed up. And sometimes, if you really had to go, he'd even cover your bog breaks, pro bono. I'd never have hurt the Chief, even if you offered to pay me to do it. I don't think nobody killed Cuddy. I was there. That's why they think I did it. And he was fine. Well, he was fine up until he wasn't, and then he just swole up and died. But the way he swole up, it's something Cuddy always said might happen. Only it don't make no sense that it happened now. We were eating chow at our post. Cuddy asked me to try his because it tasted funny, but I tried it and it was fine, just like mine. Then he just swole up, turned blue, and died. I made a ruckus, which called everyone in, and all they saw was him dead and me fine. So Security Officer Abner charged me with murder and threw me in here. It was exactly what Cuddy said would happen if he ate Crabble. He was deathly allergic to Crabble. But we ate Sisty Stew, fresh from the can. And ain't no Crabble in Sisty Stew. Yup. Cuddy had told everybody about his allergy, repeatedly, over and over, constantly. Nobody would have served him Crabble knowing that. But that's still gotta be how he died. So, I need you to talk to Security Officer Abner, remind him of the allergy, and let him toss all my gear. He won't find Crabble anywhere. No, that was days ago, and they tossed out the rest of the stew. So I don't even know if the docs will still be able to tell it was allergies that did in Cuddy. He will. He has to. It's the truth. I didn't murder nobody. Please, make him understand. What's happening? Are you making any progress? Thank you.
That better not be what I think it is.
Honestly, Bradford, I've no notion of how to cool your conniption. Corporate says I'm in charge, so I'm in charge.
You're in charge? Wait, you're in charge? Don't you mean the executive is in charge?
Of course, that's what I meant. Whether I say me... Me, he, or we, it's all the same.
It's all the same pile of gum.
That tone is not how you get approval for your little tests, designer. Next time, you might want to try and tame your early courage with a little mock apple.
What's happening? Are you making any progress?
VP of Xenobiological Exploitation. For the past fiscal year, I've Safari across the Arcadia system, helping everyone from lower management to members of the board tap into each planet's zoological equity.
You, the getting go-getter. I'm offering deals so good, they're worth crawling under the bullets and over the barbed wire it took to get here.
The rewards. Now this is top-shelf mantipillar secretion, and what each animal brings to the table.
Welcome to Bonnie's Barely Above Board Battlefield Bazaar, brought to you by Auntie's Choice. We know consumers are highly discerning in how they spend their bits in an active war zone, and I really appreciate you dodging literal bullets to bring me your business. And to show my gratitude, I'm offering you and only you a one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime, exclusively discounted rate of 4/5 of Auntie's standard profiteering rate. Only so long as you tell nobody of this amazing offer. If everybody got that deep a discount, I'd go out of business for sure. So, what will you be buying today?
Powerhouse known as the Archive. But that ain't the only profit driver here. There, beyond that crevasse, a herd of ursopods. Their hides, heads, and claws are as tough as the tundra. Cautious but feisty. Bearish and bullish. Best keep your distance. Ursopods get awfully scratchy up close. Although some can spit a nasty wad of mucus if provoked from afar. Uh-oh, they've taken an interest in me. Ursopods are resistant to the cold. Invest in a good plasma weapon if you attempt acquisition. Blasted fingers are about to freeze off. Why didn't anyone on my staff tell me an ice moon would be so cold? They're charging! Get them off me! Get them off! Security team, shoot them! Merciful law, what am I paying you for? Okay, I'm okay. Let's move on to liquidation. Probably the most valuable part of an ursopod is its teeth. Durable, all-purpose, in high demand for crafting applications.
Well, what have we here? You couldn't look less Auntie's Choice if you tried. So what are you doing in our fort?
Sell it for scrap or break it down for biomass.
Durbin sent you? Why? You certainly ain't a certified pre-inhumation inquisitor.
Well, that's all for now. Join me next time as we exploit another habitat, preferably one more tropical.
Oh, lovely. And just what is it you think you can do for me? You ain't even carrying a masticating tissue scrutinator. You just gonna guess what manner of poison killed folk?
Next up, something else. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
What? How could that be? I made the stew myself and every one of us ate it.
Round the year of 55, on old Tauschetti Prime.
What? That's ridiculous. It was nothing but canned cysty stew. Stew that I can... Oh. Oh no. Oh, did you say Crabble? Well, he told everyone that. But that ain't exactly the same as it actually being true. See, Cuddy was what you'd call a complainer. He complained about the food. He complained about the weather. He complained about his bunk. He complained about everything. He's also somebody's nephew. Some junior executive. And if you gave him reason enough to complain about you, he'd take it up with his uncle, and it'd come back down in your head. Law, no. At least, not on purpose. Half his gripes were really nothing but reasons to grouse. But if you push back too hard, he'd run to his uncle. So most of us just ignored him, assuming he was constantly full of it, and didn't think twice about doing things like stretching the stew with canned crabble stock. What? No, it was an accident. Nobody would have, at least nobody'd mean to. Law, his uncle is gonna see me transferred to mid-operation engine cleaning on the claim. Unless... Hey, how'd you like to make some bits? Some real bits? And keep a tragic accident that'll lead to the end of a promising career total secret? Well, no. Not yet you haven't. See, I can't just let Bardot go. There'd be questions, accusations, and assumptions as to who was responsible, and that's no kind of solution. And even worse, since there's apparently nobody coming to do an autopsy, I might have to just send Bardot to the claim to start her sentence on all available evidence. Absolutely. That's only fair. I'll both free Bardot and compensate you for your effort. So we got this thing. An acidic dematerializer that we use to melt mantisaur dung, so it don't call in the local wildlife. But it'll actually work on anything. That means if someone used it to melt Cuddy, there would be no body, which would mean no autopsy, which would mean no evidence, which would end the investigation. I'd do it myself, but my boss said she's on her way for a surprise inspection, so I can't leave. But if you go find one and melt the body, I'll make it worth your while.
Has been scientifically proven to increase productivity.
Yes, that's exactly it. Now just head over to Cuddy's corpse and make it disappear. Well, really, make it turn into a small puddle. But that's neither here nor there.
Alrighty then, it's well past time for more.
Thank law. You'll find Cuddy inside the tower, but you'll have to sneak your way past the guards. It simply wouldn't do for me to announce your intentions to the base. Then come back and tell me when I've got no more evidence to hold Bardot and can draw this whole thing to a close.
When you drink Purple Bear tequila.
Say, looking for big fruity flavor and plausible deniability for your own whereabouts?
You,
Then take a
the
ride
getting
on the
go-getter.
Red Worm
I'm
with
offering
Purple
deals so
Berry
good,
Tequila.
they're worth crawling under the bullets and over the barbed wire until you get here.
Chemically flavored, nutrient-free with just a dash of ambidextrine.
When you drink Purple Bear tequila.
It's loaded with additives and preservatives, made with 100% real artificial purple coloring, and has a little added kick to get you going in the morning.
Hurry now, don't wait your turn. Just take a ride on the Purple Worm.
When you drink Purple Bear tequila.
Yes, it's the only tequila that'll pick you up and never let you down. Try Purple Berry Tequila today.
day that you wanna forget. Wake the next morning, not a trace of regret when you drink purple berry tequila. Make the most of what you earn. Take a ride on that purple worm when you drink purple berry tequila.
Play hard so you work a little harder. Sobriety won't make you any smarter.
So have another purple berry. Have another purple berry. Have another purple berry tequila.
At the junction of opportunity and runaway gumption, you'll hear Wireless Free Arcadia, featuring product advertisements specifically tailored to free-thinking individuals.
Auntie Cleo here to address all the hubbub over these rifts. Arcadia's yaysayers and eggheads would have us think these cosmic light shows herald the end of the worlds. Poppycock. Rifts present an opportunity, not a calamity. Once someone irons out their reality-rending downside, we'll be left with nothing but upside. I have full confidence that our lab coats in experimental operations will innovate a profitable use for them. Rifts could be leveraged in negotiations or to gatekeep trade routes. Think of the R&D potential. Seriously, think of it. That's your job, VPs. Auntie's job is to keep you motivated. The threat of extinction is the mother of invention, after all.
Now, on to other things. This one goes out to all those aspiring to climb the rungs of their department. May you ascend swiftly, through talent or guile.
Oh, I am the uncomplicated Lord, and my terms are quite straightforward. Yes, I am the uncomplicated loner. And my
I've been told Chief Cuddy's corpse has gone missing, which is a surprise to both of us, I'm sure. Thank you for your help. You've saved 2 careers today and allowed us to put this whole miserable affair behind us.
or your ends just won't quite meet. I can lend you all the bits you'll ever need. But the loan that you
Does that mean you don't want my bits?
includes compound interest in addition.
Right. You're a hero. A selfless martyr. So long as you make good on the deal, whatever you need to tell yourself is fine with me.
The uncomplicated loner.
You did it! You actually did it! I can't believe you could get it done. Thank you, thank you, thank you! I'm so glad to be out of that damn cage.
Are never lower.
Someone else's crime. So you know what happened?
Oh, I am known through all Arcadia as the uncomplicated.
That good-for-nothing rung leech! That dunderhead! I can't believe he'd... Oh, he's about to learn that poor Chief Cuddy's not the only one with executive contacts in the family. My cousin's a VP in R&D who used to head testing on Numa. Abner's going to spend the rest of his downright miserable life wishing he just confessed and took what's coming. That makes me extra thankful for what you did. If it'd been left in Abner's hands, he'd have made sure they'd thrown me in a hole so deep, even the Sprats wouldn't come visit.
To keep things simple, you can be sure that my raids will never No, they'll never, ever
Yes?
be
Who are you? And why are you attempting to steal my utterly invaluable attention? Ah, wonderful! I was hoping someone would bring some sense into this mess. Talk to Trooper Wentworth. I'll let him speak for himself before I start speaking for him. Murder? Oh, right. One of the enlisted killed their superior, or something. She's in that cage over there, and Security Officer Abner is in charge of the investigation. Sure, fine.
Yes, I hope you're not here to apply for employment. I'm already overwhelmed by the sheer volume of peons I'm forced to oversee. And if you're here as a spy, know that the temporary ceasefire is on tenuous footing. So if you stay, it's likely just a matter of time before I'll be stringing you up. Enemy Scrutinization Officer Durbin. What does he want with me? Ah, well, in that case, your business is with both my commander and me. But I'm being rude. Allow me to introduce Strategic Ingestment Executive Wojciech, Senior Most Representative at Fort Endurance.
Next up, the real reason wireless-free Arcadia exists. Advertising.
Now you're starting to sound like some of the wagabouts I've got under my command. Why would I be anything but serious? Executive Wojciech has been part of this unit since he was just a pupa. As he grew, he's shown exceptional bravery, stoic stalwartness, and strong leadership. It's earned him promotion after promotion, until our last battle against the Order deprived us of our former chief executive and left him as the senior-most trooper. Okay. The executive welcomes you, but would like to know why Scrutinization Officer Durbin sent you here. There's no dispute. Executive Wojciech is in complete charge of the fort. His orders, which I interpret as his junior officer, are executed without question. You may mock, but I am sincere. I can speak as easy to him as I can you on account of my graft. He emits pheromones that my antenna can detect. He wouldn't be much of a commander if he couldn't commit with the troops.
Hey, Commander. It's my professional opinion that we should back away slowly. This guy's graft is either messing with his gray matter, or he's messing with us.
You may have heard stranger stories, but never one quite so full of spratdom.
Designer Bradford, you've been warned about disrespecting the chain of command.
And you've been reminded, repeatedly, that I'm not under your chain of command. I'm technically under the Mantisaur, but that's got nothing to do with you. I just wanted to make it clear to our newcomer that you are full of shit. You've always been full of shit, and you will always be full of shit. So you're best ignored entirely.
That is quite enough, Designer. Of course not. I'm just a lowly trooper acting as interpreter. Otherwise, surely these folks would have figured it out by now.
We have all figured it out. Unfortunately, I'm the only one willing to say it to your face.
Yes, well, please excuse our curmudgeonly biologist. She's been a pill ever since the promotion that made Wojciech outrank her. Still, that ugly moment behind us, it's a comfort to my mind that you're here. Executive Wojciech has an assignment we're desperate to have done, but it can only go to someone outside our chain of command.
Ugh, not this crabble scat again. There is zero chance you're right. Zero. And this brilliant assignment of yours didn't go so well for the last group.
Just rumors and conjecture. The base gossip is that another team was sent to recover the pupa and never returned. But I'm sure they're just deserters. Wojciech can sense that there are some kind of mutated mantisaurs over yonder, and he wants us to secure one of their pupas to raise as his own.
Oh, stop it. The creature doesn't want a pupa. He doesn't want to breed a superior race of mantisaurs. He wants to eat meat, excrete the excess, and be left alone. That's it. Even if he could ask for a pupa from a rival nest, he'd probably just eat the lobby damned thing to cut down on competition. He's a bug, nothing more. But the only way to prove it to our command is to have you run this fool's errand. Once it's shown to have been a colossal waste of resources, they'll put me in charge.
That is enough. One more word in question of our executive officer, and I'll have you pitched over the edge with the rest of the enemies we've conquered here.
Yes, sir.
From the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is
We need you to infiltrate the mutated mantisaur nest, secure a mutated pupa, and bring it to me here. Do that, and I, and Executive Wojciech, shall make sure you are well rewarded for your efforts. Look in the nest to the east. That'll have your best odds. It's where Wojciech feels the pull from the strongest.
Feels a pull, Wentworth? Seriously? What am I saying? That makes the exact amount of scientific sense I'd expect from you. Excuse me? May we speak a second? Apologies for my outburst, but I had need to warn you that an earful from Wentworth is akin to sucking on an inhaler full of ammonia.
Hey, what are you two talking about?
Nothing of your concern, Wentworth! Just ignore him. He was clever enough to pretend that Graft lets him talk with the beast. So overnight, he upstarted from simple trooper to de facto commander of this installation.
You know it's impolite to whisper, right?
But I've studied him extensively, and it is most assuredly nothing but a play for power. I am. I've watched for patterns of behavior that would demonstrate higher communication, and they don't exist. So, catering to his will isn't going to do anyone any good. Conversely, the scientific value of studying the mutated pupa he wants is exponentially greater than any possible use he could have for it. Bring it to me, and not only will I match any reward he offers, but you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that it will serve a much greater purpose. I understand. But remember, the scientific value is immense.
Personally, I'd much prefer leaving the pupa where it is and not giving into delusion. But on we press anyhow.
Even though I've nothing but disgust for your corporate overlords, at least the invasion stirred up some much-needed chaos in Arcadia.
Have I mentioned that I
can't believe I'm surrounded by idiots. Not you, I mean the other idiots. They betrayed me, they betrayed the Dawn. They need to die. What more is there to know? Who can say what drives those who have clearly lost their minds?
I ain't got anything nice to say here. You take this one.
It will be for the swine who betrayed me. Oh, you mean the range itself? It's a site for developing and testing N-ray technology. N-rays can be deadly once processed, and they should be fairly contained, though I wouldn't put it past those fools to have meddled with things beyond their comprehension. I just hope they haven't all gotten themselves killed before I've had a go at them.
Auntie's Choice. And this
Such as?
winner of Auntie's Jingle Contest TM is
We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught.
I love Auntie, so do you. Let's buy Sisty Bits, covered in goo.
Congratulations, Janie. You and your family win a full year's supply of Borst Pockets for one low price. And now, back to it. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of raptidons or some such.
Graph's back in business. Recharge for mayhem.
Boy, a deal that he couldn't refuse. Yes, and to welcome you with arms over wide. And all you gotta do is sign the dotted line. The boy signed up, he didn't hesitate. Anything to rid him of his papa's fate. The marketeer said, okay, we'll start right away. The first trick of the trade, let no one get in your way. No rules, no oversight, no ethics to abide. The only thing that matters is the bottom line. You buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise the price, and profit soar. The joy of blazing fair. Make an antique proud. Well, would it that do swell? Let's go. He was hot and would be fair to say it was natural. And he quickly learned to make a red hot deal without getting burned. He was unscrupulous, and he sweetly rose. When you do your business, laser further than anything goes. You buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your prices, profit soar. The joy of land is fair. Oh, you know it well. Make an antique proud, where would it that be swell? Come on, let's go!
Hope that wasn't intentional.
Let's change it up now. Now he's a winsome man with a charming smile. Salad diet, toothpaste with impeccable style. The perfect poster boy. Oh, can't you see? Yes, he's a tribute to Auntie's family. I never work for him, then it can work for you. You could be the next Auntie's favorite nephew. You buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your prices, profits soar. The joy of life is fair. Oh, you know it well. Make an Auntie proud, well, wouldn't that be swell?
Armed and ready.
Let's go one more time.
Wrist weapon prime. You're looking pretty skinny.
Let's go.
Step aside. This thing's got a mean streak. The Crabble Claws.
You buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your prices, profit soar. The joy of life is fair. Oh, you know it well. Make an Auntie proud, well, wouldn't that be swell? Make an Auntie proud, well, wouldn't that be swell? Make an Auntie proud, well, wouldn't that be swell? Yeah! Love you, Auntie.
That was sponsored by Auntie's Choice Office of Munitions and Catering. Time to restock your arsenal? Planning a key business dinner or banquet event? They have everything you need in one place. This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
Num rum, taste more and feel less. Num rum, no worries, no stress. Num rum, relax with success. Num rum, num rum, taste more
earn my commission. Brass raring to go. My claw's always crabby. Mess with me, you get the claw. I've been known to hold a grudge, you know.
Tranquilization, so sweet and sweet. Still be on time for your next shift. Num rum. Taste more and feel less. Num rum. No worries, no stress. Num rum. Relax the senses. Num rum. Num rum. Taste more and feel less. Num rum. No worries, no stress. Num rum. Relax the sunsets. Num rum. Num rum.
Inspiring sponsored content that will boost you to the top rung, plus all the news that's fit for listening. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Under only one circumstance will Wireless Free Arcadia report hearsay. If it makes the competition look bad. So now, hear this juicy rumor from Protectorate territory. Frontline Scuttlebutt has it the Sovereign is missing in action. He's supposedly their great thought leader, yet he has disappeared from public view, seen in neither moon nor station. What's the story here? We see Auntie all the livelong day, cutting deals, driving profits. And the Protectorate's console has been the life of their joyless shindig lately. Quite the go-getter. He's supposed to be the Sovereign's top VP, his muscle. Seems highly involved in their whole totalitarian operation. The Sentinels, their secret police, reportedly answered to him. Makes you wonder if the console is really running the show. Who knows? We have all the jigsaw pieces, but no puzzle. When we do suss out the real story, you will be the first to know. Now, on to other things.
Ready for the bug hunt.
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
I'm looking for a meal that doesn't leave me feeling hollow. Don't want to do no cooking. All I want to do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy can. Wow, it's a real beauty. Let's see what's inside and get back to our duty. Force first, oh, force first. It's not the worst. worst unless it's forced worst. Forced worst, oh forced worst. Grab a can today.
Draft is ready, and frankly, pissed off.
On the wrist.
Ding.
Use
A
all
lot.
the tastiest parts. Here's to hot sand. It's efficient.
Commander, you're bleeding.
Forced worst, oh forced worst. It's not the worst unless it's forced worst. Forced worst, oh forced worst. Grab a can today.
You better sleep with both eyes open.
No coarse, force, bristle, spoken.
Looks like a fight.
With air proprietary whisker extraction. Pulverized bones means no tooth cracking crunch. We gobble it down and get back to the action.
Oh, howdy. Didn't see you there. You caught us taking 5 between our 10-hour shifts. You know, working the assembly line makes for a powerful hunger. So, when we need to relight our thrusters, we don't waste time slow roasting some fancy woolly cow fillet mignon. No, sir. We crack open a room temp tin of Forcewurst. That's right. Nothing like an instant, soft serving of feral pork paste to boost productivity to full burn in those small hours. All right, enough yapping. Time is bits. Back to the factory floor. From snout to tail, it's all included. It ain't the worst till it's extruded. From factory vats into my tummy. Who knew meat could taste so yummy? Forced worst, oh forced worst. It's not the worst unless it's forced worst. Forced worst, oh forced worst. Grab a can today.
You've returned. I mean, we knew you'd return. We've been waiting. Did you bring the pupa for me?
Back on the job with forced worst. Forced worst. It's not the worst unless it's forced worst.
Run, don't walk.
Wonderful. Now the formation of our new Mantisaur regiment can begin in earnest.
No. You really don't want to do that.
Biologist Bradford, that is quite enough of...
Listen to me. The man is a charlatan, a fraud. And if you give him the specimen, it will be forever lost to his ignorance. And while it's not unique, it is difficult to acquire. The Mantisaur doesn't want it, nor could it ask him for it. Wentworth only knows it was there because I made the mistake of telling him it was almost a certainty. If you give it to him, it will be wasted. If you give it to me, the science I will perform will fuel biological weapon advancements currently only dreamed of.
Bradford, I am the commander of this base, and you will...
You are nothing but a bottom-ranked trooper who has lied his way to power. But your tongue betrays your grift.
That is enough. Me and the Mantisaur are one. Whether I speak or it speaks, it's all the same voice. And right now, we are both contemplating some frontline service for you. I will take the pupa now, if you please.
Who did I see riding with me? The self-made market legend herself. Paragon of do-it-yourself. Slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy. Highest rung on our brave new meritocracy. I saw my opportunity, and I took it.
Oh, thank law. You've made the right choice. And the research I'm going to do with this little beauty will allow me to retire. Rich, respectable, and powerful.
Looks like this doesn't come back to bite us. Or grow up to bite us, rather.
Mantisaurs! Eyes up, troops! A mess of the bastards are coming from the east.
Did
Topping
they follow
bamboo!
those folks back from that nest?
Liquidate them!
Recharge the mayhem!
Makes you 110%. Everything you popping that claw! The gravel claw's angry!
She said.
So many of them!
Get up and go get her.
I won't reloading in the midst.
Lay low, Commander! Medic's orders!
Step aside. Swine, this might sting. A lot.
We've got an improved outlook. A revolutionary corporate ball
Supposed to shoot the
This
enemy.
is what happens when you put a giant insect in charge of product development. Anyone left for us to file a complaint to?
Are winning. So shortly, you and I will all get rich.
She said, persuade them that a better me liberates society. Sell them on an improved me. It's tantamount to pop.
Honest to goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is Wireless Free Arcadia.
You return again and again like a particularly unshakable rash. Is there some compelling cause?
We own up to it sometimes. Like right now in this batch of corrections. In last Sunday's weekend P&L report for the previous Saturday.
Well, I suppose it can't reflect badly on me to simply report the facts. And you have already made me look better in the eyes of the executives. All right, I'll send it. What else do you have for me? Wonderful. I do love a subordinate that can honor their obligations and make me look good. And if you'll leave me, I've got lots left to attend to. But do come back if you can be of any further use to me.
Markets claimed the product has a might tangy 110% real Sprat flavor. Correction, Sprats Up actually contains real Sprat flavorings. Still a mite tangy though, that part's 110% correct. Okay, enough corrections. So we made a few mistakes, no need to keep harping on them for law's sake.
Commander.
Now, on to other things. This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos, we love Fizzos, Fizzos, Spectrum Vodka. Red and green and black and blue. Milky white and orange too. Yellow, even violet. Spectrum makes you smile, yeah. Drink it, drink
Do
it,
you
drink it,
believe
drink it, drink it
Arcadia
down.
shall ever
Pick it up,
return
tip
to
it up, plug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos.
The meaning of life is numerous,
Spectrum
and we
Vodka.
are the keepers of his vision.
goes through the gauntlet down.
Now Spectre vodka comes in brown.
All the colors, don't overthink it.
Tip it back and drink it.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos, we love Fizzos, Fizzos, Spectrum Vodka.
Have you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery? The Oracle?
The one Wiley designed, right? Uses a tracking algorithm, never misses. Sounds ambitious.
Please, don't take me on a cotangent.
Speak to Abbot Newell if you've more.
I communicated your prediction to Administrator Agarwal. I'm not sure why she's budged on letting the refugees move into the exclusion zone, but I agree. Very worrying indeed. Anything I can do to assist you?
It's Fizzos, Fizzos, we love Fizzos.
And now it's a
Yes, what have you discovered?
murky brown.
Fizzos, Spectrum.
Oh, you've lessened the load on my mind considerably. And you have the Order's gratitude. Any other updates?
Members of the Protectorate are listening. Wouldn't want anyone dreaming of a life of self-fulfillment and self-determination. Did I mention I ate a full box of Purple Berry Crunch to celebrate my big new promotion? Yep. Life here's tough. Sure wish my leaders spent their time dictating my every move. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
I'm looking for a meal that doesn't leave me feeling hollow. Don't want to do no cooking. All I want to do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy can. Wow, it's a real beauty. Let's see what's inside and get back to our duty. Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst, it's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst. Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst, grab a can today. Tons to...
Auntie's Choice is all about choice. From 15 different kinds of fresh from frozen meats, to canned animals, vegetables, and minerals, to vodka in every color of the rainbow, and then some. Auntie works hard to make sure you have more variety than you could ever want or hope to want. You deserve that choice. You deserve Auntie's Choice. Now, upward and onward. This one goes out to all those aspiring to climb the rungs of their department. May you ascend swiftly through talent or guile. Traveling at the velocity of light through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, the informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound of scientism. A general reminder.
So what's the story with you exactly? Do you stand for anything? Believe in anything beyond worshipping the rifts and stabbing things?
I do not worship the rifts, but you already know that, don't you? You are just trying to goad me. That's fine. I welcome your hostility. Enjoy it, in fact.
I'll speak plainly. Some things...
Near or adjacent to said conspicuous dimensional disturbances, please take additional care. Eyes forward, noses out of academic journals.
End message with an emphatic sign-off such as, "You'll never be sad when you have solutions." Oh, that apparently was a note to self, not to be read aloud.
Deeply wrong with you. If the commander wants you here, fine, I'll let it be. But I've got my eye on you.
If you really want to fight me, all you have to do is ask. I'll be happy to sharpen my blades on your bones. I even promised. least try not to kill you.
Quickly elucidate and demonstrate. QED. Get to the point and do not vacillate. You've checked your work and verified your data. Send in your proof. Don't wait for later. You've crossed your T's. You've dotted your I's. The only thing that's left is publicize. QED. Quickly elucidate and demonstrate. QED. Get to the point and do not vacillate. Quickly elucidate and demonstrate. QED. Get to the point and do not vacillate.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across our
Initiate Carrington, audio log entry 10. My orders were to watch for the enemy. Specifically, to never break line of sight to my assigned field of view. But I can hear them advancing along the shore to the south. It's fine. Others have been assigned that field of vision. This is the most efficient method of defense. Architect, they're getting closer. Perhaps I'm taking my orders too literally. I'll just tweak it. No. Trust in the equation. Trust in those greater than I in the order. I will keep looking forward for enemies from that vector. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I have faith that the
That must be the N-ray range.
It's a brawl! Aggressor at hand.
Rats tingling, all charged up. Of course, he was not Bishop at the time. This was more than a century ago. He had grown disillusioned with the order of scientific inquiry. He felt it inside of the original vision, perfection through prediction. The matriarch appealed to his desire to return to that original vision, asking him to join her in her
Damn it all!
enterprise.
The door's sealed. We'll need to find another way in.
Establish a perfect society devoted to humanity's ascension. In exchange, she would finance a computronic machine that would account for every possibility, the archive. Such a device could never be built on Earth with its paltry resources. So began our sect, the Order of the Ascendant, steadfast in our crusade to solve the universal equation in Arcadia. And that, to answer your listener's query, is why we are here.
What happens next may surprise you, but not us. Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper. Something your
Now this is just sloppy.
If I wasn't already here to kill all these traitorous fools, I'd be forced to use one or two as an example to the rest.
We can hear those wriggly little grub fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can chop them off.
Stop your silliness, fool! The only ones losing body parts around here today are you and your traitorous friends!
Looking a mite marginal, Commander.
That looks like some sort of scanning device. Likely related to their N-ray research. We should grab it. Could be useful.
Aggressors in range.
My aftermarket parts are prime.
Coming for you.
You better sleep with both eyes open.
As was long since foreordained, that song was requested by the Department of Predictive Analysis and Auspication.
This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
Generating primes, techniques, and uses. Good day and welcome again to Advanced Abstract Algebraics, Section 4, Session 43. Please continue to enjoy.
0.36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by. Is it 30 or?
Edmund Vandersmythe. And I am the senior tenured laureate
Oh.
of tertiary adjunct
Hello.
School of Numenistics.
Look at the state of this poor fool.
Today's
They just
lecture will focus
left
on
her
the
bleeding out?
prime numbers.
Exsanguination is an art. Where's the precision, the pride in their work? This is just
Why so
embarrassing.
simplistic? Well,
There's a cultist behind you.
refresher course in
Wait.
remedial numenistics
Surely
for
she isn't with you.
those new to the order. I will start by
Fine.
explaining what a prime number is.
Please keep her away from me.
I should have learned that definition decades ago, while still in diapers. But no matter.
Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body.
It's called reiterative, if you can believe that.
Oh,
So,
dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately.
the simplest
So
definition
distant,
is
so
this. Given seven
agitated.
natural numbers greater
And not
than
his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different.
then a
Much
prime
worse.
is any number in the set N2 that is not itself a product of two other numbers in the set N2. A simple.
He's like a wire stretched beyond its breaking point.
Ascendant, you could
Never a
say,
harsh
but
word to
not
anyone, but being in his presence, well, it's as if his stress is infectious. Best not to push him. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance.
You silly
Either he is still below, continuing said work, or he is quite dead. And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds.
Please, with the way my so-called brethren are comporting themselves, he's more likely to die of boredom. If I was in charge here, all of you'd be dead. He soon will be.
Yes, I'm sure you'll kill them quite well.
Reason to want them. But there are also, how should I say, practical applications, such as maintaining the security of bit cartridges. In fact, our archive uses primes for that reason and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval on its ultra-efficient system of data bricks, as well as using prime numbers in the process of checking its memory stores for corruption, lest its calculations be tainted by such. But if you strive to become a numenistics researcher, there are several open questions in the area of prime number study.
The crazed cultists, people like your friend here, have been sowing destruction throughout the range for days. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient.
Only two in their value. That seems unlikely, but we have been unable to.
There's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays.
Their actions are inexcusable. Science allows us to unveil the wonder of the rifts. We do not disrespect it. Now, is there any science around here we can use to find and kill them?
It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We've an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate.
Notable locations of scientific inquiry, we contemplate the colossal.
The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible or not, the cultists still give off N-rays. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it.
Bundle yourself in cold weather outerwear.
I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from reopening.
This miracle of decipherative machinery was engineered by the first bishop and the matriarch herself, so we could harness its predictive powers to unravel the universal equation. Beneath Cloister's permafrost sprawls an endless maze of componentry, resistor banks, logic assemblies, data manifolds, quantifiers, re-quantifiers, re-dequantifiers. The archive's core assembly lies within the ice moon's inner mantle, where 2.7 billion thermionic valve switches perform the nitty-gritty of Boolean data calculation. Such processing generates tremendous heat, which is dissipated by the thermal transfer system. 4,367.89 kilometers of feed and return pipes circulate coolant between Cloister's subsurface seas and the core assembly. When in operation, the core would turn molten in 1.8 minutes without thermal transfer's consistent hydraulic pressure of 3,300 psi. Fortunately, this system is foolproof. It would take deliberate human intervention to operate the archive without the thermal transfer system. But who would act so irrationally?
Where are you going? Our task here is yet unfinished. There are still traitorous swine drawing breath. I suppose you know what you are doing, but we'll need to return eventually to finish this lot off.
Only an operator wielding the Calcaduceus may set the archive to its tasks. To outsiders, it appears we are waving a mathematical magic wand, but we know better. It's scientism. Alas, the facility has slipped from our computational control, a loss not only for scientism, but all of humanity. It is imperative that we recover the archive and resume its great purpose, solving the universal equation so we will inevitably achieve ascendancy.
Addendum. Since we recorded this episode,
That should do it. Let's get on with the killing.
Increased from 4,367.89 kilometers to 4,367.91 kilometers. We are racked with regret for this error.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
Additional erudite entertainment is forthwith.
Let me! Enemy spotted!
Predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local
Wrist weapon prime!
Who in the void? You leave at once.
That's a Glorious Dawn communication device. Our cells use them to send and receive encrypted messages.
You've checked and verified your data. Send in your
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor. Let's finish this.
cannot threaten one who welcomes a pendulous killing tool who has isolated you from
Sharp
my
enough.
aid.
Hostiles nearby.
Dare you hamper my ascension with your distantness?
Armed and ready.
But they were meant to match with perfection. I'm coming for you. Return. Straight at them.
I've been known to hold a grudge, you know.
Tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify.
Above average scienticians acknowledge the value of canter dust.
The uncountably best salt substitute from the Order of the Ascendant. Whimsical computational jest 37A. Be like the minus operator and make a difference today. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
Finally, I understand true trends.
Hostile ahead. What's the play?
Their power until
It's a bro.
to hasten their demise.
Hope that wasn't intentional.
Look at the sad little sprat in his corrugated metal cage.
Why don't you unlock the door and come out?
Unfriendly company. They're mine.
Closing in.
All charged up.
You, friend of friends, are a greater ally than any number of fellow scienticians.
My holdout. I once again ask you to stop. The path ahead is filled with unseen traps. Whether cultist or wayward scientist, you will be killed. I cannot afford your interruption. Once more, please cease.
Thank you very, very much for dealing with those cult... it seems you missed one.
What? Where? I thought we dispatched with all of those traitors, charlatans.
This is Grand Plan Wireless.
I can see it would be best for me to tactically overlook your comrade. Very well. I see you possess our N-ray scanner. Ooh, ingenious device. If I'd had it, I may have evaded being trapped here. Oh, I shouldn't have had to worry. Damn that Victor and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much strife, that he would be untouched by the ensuing pandemonium.
While lean accommodations do persist, the effort to improve...
Pardon my excitement. It's been an eventful day. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure utilizing processed N-rays. When those cultists flooded the range, they damaged the N-ray canisters. In the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. I know some cultists were killed, but many more still live, moving unseen through the range.
Unlike parallel lines, I hope someday we'll meet.
And now,
Survived is something of an overstatement. Most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't are experiencing accelerated organ liquefaction. I would be more sympathetic to their collective plight, had they not promised to insert every item in this room down my throat in reverse alphabetical order.
Starting Zen, function Fn minus 1 plus the Fn minus 2.
Because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to oblivion. What a waste.
A sequence largely summing.
Oh, believe me, this is more excitement than I ever wanted. I shall.
Define the recurrence relation. Get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abaasi. Gazing upon the golden spiral, a part that's quite so vital, arcing in a circle, giving squares to perfect quotient 0, 1, 1, and again 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34, we're counting through.
No.
It's Fibon. Define the recurrence relation. Get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abaasi. Gazing upon the golden spiral, a part that's quite so vital, arcing in a circle motion, giving squares to perfect quotient 0, 1, and again 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34, we're counting through. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summing through receiving numbers, give us a trap that brings us wonders. Define the recurrent relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abaasi. The Fibonacci sequence is a sequence in which each number is the sum of the two preceding ones. 1, 1.
Graph's back in business.
13, 21, summation. It's Fibonacci from the Liber Abaci.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. Fellow students, ponder this dilemma. One of our transport pods,
Commander, you're bleeding!
Uranium Manufactory 7,
Yeah.
has impacted in Anti's Choice's outpost opportunity, resulting in casualties. Predictably, the corporatist laypeople blame us for this tragic event, despite our verifiable innocence. We have launched a thorough study to uncover the orchestrators.
So ends this missive.
Further beneficial content soon follows. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Looking a little woozy there, Commander. Lay low, Commander. Medic's orders. Yeah.
Cultists and interlopers breaching my defenses at once? I should have anticipated this. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. Because the order cannot be hindered by war or by compromise. Any obstacles must be removed, as much as I regret the need to do so. If DeVries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the order shall find its way to truth.
Primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, The informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound of science.
Want has nothing to do with it. I have very specific instructions on how to proceed in the face of contingencies such as yourself. And you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character.
The Order invites you to seek stability and shelter in Matriarch's mercy. While lean accommodations do persist...
At the end of all things, my decisions were predestined. I am not at liberty to divulge the reasoning behind my actions. You're not with the Order. You cannot understand why this would be. Could I explain? The words would be lost on you.
How do I stop the...
Now do carry on.
Your verbiage does not conceal the gaps in your knowledge. But the presiding bishop has taught us that ignorance is not a punishable sin. If the Order is not prevented from reaching its true potential and solves the universal equation, all scientific uncertainty and any associated suffering will end.
2.7 Kelvin, if truth be told.
If what you say is true, then you have my tentative thanks. However, scientific certainty would absolutely have prevented that from happening. We would have predicted it. DeVries opened my eyes. The Order is on the path to absolute truth. And if they are not interrupted, this truth can be pursued. The one right path for humanity revealed to us. Politics cannot bind us. Uncertainty cannot strangle. And no one can be allowed to waltz in and hurl our plans into disarray.
You taught me scientismic ways, even sis did not foresee.
What? How do you not understand the present situation? What coward would strap an explosive device to himself? That's not all this. Helping DeVries, completing the work on my explosives is important. It matters. DeVries agrees.
Putting facts over feelings, that's scientism's adage.
Yeah.
Boy, damn it! We've killed every traitor in this place, but their treasonous scum of a hierarch wasn't among them. The leader of a cell. In this case, that would be Ziegler. And extinguishing him is obviously our next priority. They were operating under his orders. But since he wasn't here to lead them in person, they would have maintained regular contact using one of our communication devices. We should return to the one we saw earlier. It will hopefully yield some worthwhile information.
on structurally compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
This is it, the Dawn's communication device. Let's see what I can find on it.
The uncountably best
Not much, but there are a few encrypted messages from Ziegler reporting on a rift in Paradise Island he was sent to study. Idiot didn't even have enough respect to stay to kill me himself. Well, it's of no consequence. Now that I know where he is, let's go show him the error of his ways.
Conclusively proven to promote cognitive
I'm
function.
right behind you, but not in a threatening way.
It means your proof is ended. Publication is recommended. Quoted or demonstrandum. Hard to recall. Here's an easy acronym. QED. Quickly elucidate and demonstrate. QED. Get to the point and do not vacillate. You checked your work. And verified your data. Send in your proof. Don't wait for later. You've crossed your T's. You've dotted your I's.
Yeah.
The only thing that's
When we here at Wireless Free Arcadia make on-air misstatements, we own up to it sometimes. Like right now, in this batch of corrections. In last Sunday's weekend P&L report for the previous Saturday, we inadvertently misquoted a junior VP of conveyor sprocket lubrication and maintenance, blaming a belt drive starboard wing factory mishap for a 2% drop in daily space rivet production. Correction. The decline was only 1.8% and wholly due to human error. Moving on. A recent report on the new Sprats Up condiment substitute currently rolling out in test markets claimed the product has a might tangy 110% real Sprat flavor. Correction. Sprats Up actually contains real Sprat flavoring. Still a might tangy though. That part's 110% correct. Okay, enough corrections. So we made a few mistakes. No need to keep harping on them for law's sake. Now, on to other things. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice. You've let yourself slide, feeling down on your luck. Fell off the ladder and you think that you're stuck. The only loser is the shirker who quits. Your problems can be solved if you spend more bits. Try and try, never settle for less. best choice. Bringing betterment to keep us content. Auntie is the best choice.
Cultists and interlopers breaching my defenses at once? I should have anticipated this. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. Because the Order cannot be hindered by war or by compromise. Any obstacles must be removed, as much as I regret the need to do so. If DeVries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to truth. Want has nothing to do with it. I have very specific instructions on how to proceed in the face of contingencies such as yourself. And you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character. You read my terminal. I cannot. No. I deny what you're saying. Whatever my personal feelings, the Order's success is more important. You're not with the Order. You cannot understand why this would be. Could I explain, the words would be lost on you. Your verbiage does not conceal the gaps in your knowledge. But the presiding bishop has taught us that ignorance is not a punishable sin. If the Order is not prevented from reaching its true potential and solves the universal equation, all scientific uncertainty and any associated suffering will end. If what you say is true, then you have my tentative thanks. However, scientific certainty would absolutely have prevented that from happening. We would have predicted it. DeVries opened my eyes. The Order is on the path to absolute truth. And if they are not interrupted, this truth can be pursued. The one right path for humanity revealed to us. Politics cannot bind us. Uncertainty cannot strangle. And no one can be allowed to waltz in and hurl our plans into disarray. What? How do you not understand the present situation? What coward would strap an explosive device to himself? That's not all this. Helping DeVries, completing the work on my explosives is important. It matters. DeVries agrees.
There are so many reasons to shop for Auntie's Choice products. We have a wide range of goods for every budget, from the most extravagant...
Augustine couldn't have done such a thing. She was on a secret mission at the time.
You can imagine, plus a few more that you can't imagine.
I don't wish to believe you, but this... what you're saying has the ring of truth to it. I've been a fool going along with this farce. But it stops now. My relationship with Augustine is at an end.
This poor fool seemed intent on doing himself and us both. Impressive work convincing him otherwise. What say I have a go at him with my disemboweling knife? See what he knows.
Now hold on. Victor's not the first to be taken in by DeVries' cunning. It feels wrong to punish him for it. I doubt he's got any more secrets to tell anyway.
Taste more and feel less numb rum. No worries, no stress, numb rum. Relax with senses, numb rum. Numb rum. Taste more and feel less numb rum. No worries, no
Your loss. Don't like to boast, but I am quite the artiste with a knife.
I believe that's another thanks I owe you. You certainly keep interesting company. I found a way to, via the use of processed N-rays, send objects out of phase. It was inconsistent, but I was close to isolating the procedure. DeVries needed explosives for her plan. By making them unseen, the explosives could be placed as efficiently as possible. No one would be maimed or injured, just killed. Saying that out loud now, it sounds unreal. But somehow, I convinced myself that leaving no survivors was more humane. It's a shame I can't speak to a vicar. I appreciate your consideration. Things could have been very different had your cooler head not prevailed. Here, it is the key to my quarters. Take whatever you find. That will ensure that I cannot use any of it to further DeVries' aims, even if I wanted to. You've certainly convinced me I cannot remain here. May we meet again, when the paths of our lives are at greater apexes.
Tranquilization, so sweet and swift. Still be on time for your next shift. Numb rum. Taste more and feel less. Numb rum. No worries, no stress.
On this episode of Big Gain Hunter, we take you to the battle-worn planetoid of Eden, where Auntie's invasion is currently in process.
I'm Pierce Huntley, VP of Xenobiologic Flotation. For the past fiscal year, I've been on a profit safari across the Arcadia system, helping everyone from lower management to members of the board tap into each planet's zoological equity. Every episode, I focus on a different species to tell you the risks. Watch out for its tusks! The rewards. Don't spill a drop of that arachnid discharge. And what each animal brings to the table. Auntie Cleo says the universe is full of things that want to kill you. But what doesn't kill you boosts your net worth. This is Big Gain Hunter. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice Adrena Time. Work harder, not smarter. I'm on Paradise Island, on the Elysium moon of Eden. A scenic piece of real estate, if you don't mind the occasional minefield. Pardon our dust. We'll spruce up the place once our takeover's done. For now, let's turn our attention to this episode's Leviathan crustacean, the Crabble. Think of crabbles as the star wingers of the animal kingdom, but with goring horns and bottomless bellies. They're omnivorous, a 10-bit word that means everything's on the menu. From your head to your boots. Not a pleasant way to go. Here on Eden, we find a few breeds. The Hammerclaw is a hull-headed rascal, lives up to its name, packs a wallop up close. The Bullet Claw breed lobs plasma from its claw joints. They'll get you coming and going. You'll find various breeds adapted to their environments across Arcadia. Use your upper story when loading up for a hunt. Consider the habitat. Crabbles on Paradise Island hate a good jolt. Really sticks in their claw. My security team tells me we'll find a herd of hammerclaws on yonder beach. Let's go close the deal. Huh. Beach is empty. Not a creature is stirring. Someone on my team is getting quite the vigorous dressing down. Wait, what's that in the sand? They dig! They can burrow! Underhanded rascals! Security team! Shoot them! How could you let anything that big sneak up on me? All right, okay, I'm fine. Just let's crack the shell and see what's inside. Crabble meat is fragrant and inedible. The chemistricians in anti-R&D can process that goop into flavorings and hygiene products. Bad lot of good that does you in the field. Resourceful types can shuck crabbles for their shells and plasma glands. Good crafting fixins. You're limited only by your ingenuity and risk tolerance for being clawed to pieces. I've had enough of that for one hunt. So with that, I
let me know when you needed a stretch.
Crabble juice and big juice.
I'm staying unfriendly.
Step aside. Swine. That's my a lot.
You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
Take more and feel less numb rum. No worries, no stress, numb rum. Relax with success, numb rum. Numb rum. Taste more and feel less, numb rum. No worries, no stress, numb rum. Relax with success, numb rum. When it's time for a cocktail, numb rum will help you set sail. Problems made into the sunset. Numb rum will help you forget. Work got you fed up and frenetic. You need
You're tuned to wireless-free Arcadia, the best things in sliced breadworm. Now with 110% more music, entertainment, news, and product placement. Under only one circumstance will wireless-free Arcadia report hearsay. If it makes the competition look bad. So now, hear this juicy rumor from Protectorate territory. Frontline scuttlebutt has it the Sovereign is missing in action. He's supposedly their great thought leader, yet he has disappeared from public view, seen in neither moon nor station. What's the story here? We see Auntie all the livelong day, cutting deals, driving profits. And the Protectorate's console has been the life of their joyless shindig lately. Quite the go-getter. He's supposed to be the Sovereign's top VP, his muscle. Seems highly involved in their whole totalitarian operation. The Sentinels, their secret police, reportedly answered to him. Makes you wonder if the console is really running the show. Who knows? We have all the jigsaw pieces, but no puzzle. When we do suss out the real story, you will be the first to know.
We regret to inform you, Serenian Manufacturer 7 is
Now, on to other things. This one goes out to all those aspiring to climb the rungs of their department. May you ascend swiftly through talent or guile.
Unspeakable dangers.
Please call again at a more convenient time.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear,
sinners.
Taste this candy. That's tobacco. If you started young, it's twice the fun.
Wait, you have a writ? From the abbot? We don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... Yes, yes, sir. This is Factor Maytonier. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Very well. Come inside and we'll see this sorted. Meeting on the left.
Don't worry, you can chew it too.
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below until you talk to me. So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? And you've brought along your own rift cultist, I see. In case we required poor methodology and ample bloodshed.
Poor methodology? How dare you? Do you think ample bloodshed just happens by itself?
Surely. Far be it from me to question the irreproachable prudence of an enigmatic caller. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. We have no desire to resume open warfare with Auntie's choice. One of our transport pods, filled with Zeranium, was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location. We have a working hypothesis about who is responsible. Initial evidence looks rather conclusive, and we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operations.
Division has proudly announced its latest innovation, Slurrylose.
Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions.
This delicious cost-cutting measure, we're rushing it to market. Following a modicum of testing, Slurrylose will soon be found.
Both of them? Well, one can hardly argue against thoroughness. I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
Right. Moving on. Alrighty then. It's well past time for more merry melodies.
Victor wasn't exactly the partner in crime I envisioned DeVries to have. Reckon a tough crossword puzzle would have eventually sent him over the edge, even if we hadn't come along. I'm glad we were able to show him a little grace. DeVries obviously manipulated him into acting against his conscience. You ever wonder what might have happened if DeVries had let us in on her initial plan? Surely we wouldn't have been taken in by her rhetoric like Victor. Right? Hotshot Earth Directorate agent swoops in to liberate your colony, sets you on a new exciting path, and you're telling me you wouldn't have been a bit smitten?
Or your ends just won't quite meet. I can lend you all the
Good law. I was a kid with a crush, like you said. It wasn't serious. If anything, I wanted to be DeVries. After Triangulum, all I wanted was to do for other colonies what Augustine had done for mine. Still do, if I'm honest. Maybe not. Past 10 years have more or less proven that out. Thanks for letting me wax for a bit. We can get back to what we were doing now. Unless there was something else you needed. Found it, huh? No. You know, something like that. Truth is, I was getting ready to toss that old thing. Guess I just wanted to listen to it one last time. See if I missed anything other. I don't know. Sounds stupid said out loud. All these years. And the only recording I've managed, that's what I keep telling myself.
Quite straightforward.
No, burn it, launch it out the airlock, do whatever you want with it. Means nothing to me now anyway. Sure, always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Indeed, the uncomplicated.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and flinders.
Wait, so has it been classified as an accident?
The Proctor's a low-functioning functionary.
I'm not clear to
Probably
speak
not
with
best for me
random
to talk with
factors.
you.
If there's a cost you can't complete, or your ends just won't quite meet, I can lend you all the bits you'll ever need. But the loan that you request,
What are you doing up here? How did you get past the gate?
in addition to my standard service fee.
Forgive me. All this business with the lockdown puts one on edge. Everything appeared routine at the time. We launch transport pods into space regularly. They get collected. The Zeranium we refine here is used for power. It wasn't until we heard the explosion that anyone knew anything out of the ordinary had happened. I ran a systems audit on the launch sequence afterwards. Just finished constructing a report on my findings, actually, if you'd like to hear it.
Rates aren't low. I'll be keeping track of you. Pay back every single bit you owe. 'Cause I am the uncomplicated loner.
Anomalous event caused by unknown factors. Transport pod M7, containing a full hold of refined Zeranium, bound for orbital platform Z9, received a priority reroute command. Latitude and longitude coordinates corresponded to the Anti's Choice facility known as Outpost Opportunity. Altitude, however, matched 1,000 meters below sea level.
Whoosh! That's the sound of me throwing caution to the wind. While
A low-ranking scientician. Been here for years. Presumably, she's below in operations. Regrettably, that is all I know. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Anti's Choice. Every flavor-filled morsel is packed with the pep and pertinacity you need to succeed. Are you a get-up-and-go-getter?
Fine, fine. Let us proceed.
This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
Are you stuck on the ground? Impact a colon got you down. Well, trust Auntie's chemical purge is far better than natural cures. Oh, lift off.
May all our efforts add to the equation.
No longer does my packed intestine dictate where I have to be. Oh, lift off. Take wing. Don't flounder at the bottom. Be a raptor in the
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Only the most
My dear
profitable
Proctor,
news,
you can't
music,
believe a
and
low-level
honest
drudge
product
like me is
endorsements.
responsible
This
for any
is
of this.
wireless
You'd
free
have us all believe you
Arcadia,
seized
the
control to
voice of
demonstrate
Auntie's
your
choice.
innocence.
Auntie,
Wait,
when
is
are
this
you going
being
to have a sale?
broadcast? I have
My
no
dear
idea how
child,
this is
every day is a
doodad
sale at
works.
Auntie's
You're
Choice.
the one in charge here,
Yes,
Proctor
you heard that
Svoboda.
right. Every day
Are
is
you
a
sure
sale
you
when
didn't
you're
do
shopping for
something?
the best
I demand your
product at the
unconditional
lowest prices.
surrender.
Auntie knows you want to spend your bits on the
Hello,
best
Proctor?
things that money
I'm
can
pushing
buy.
buttons
So
over
she
here
makes sure
now.
every
Did
Auntie's
I
Choice
listen to
product
your
is
nephew,
on
sir?
sale for the lowest price that she can afford.
How do you know it's the best price? Because Auntie knows best.
Emergency detoxification initiated.
Onward. Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
Purple berry crunch is crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight
I'm not clear to speak with random factors.
with lunch, there's always time for purple berry crunch. Purple berry crunch, filled with
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. Low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But I'm now realizing how little we actually know about her. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alva seized command of the system and locked herself in the control center. She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Poor Jacobs lost a hand trying to pry free the outer doors. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence may be our only recourse. Fervent professements of innocence, mostly. You know, exactly what you'd expect a secret traitress to claim. Dramatic attestations that grew quite animated. I suppose spies must build up a flair for histrionics. What with all that, hiding their identities and all. Then bursting forth like a pent-up arachnid. At any rate, I have work to do, and you have a saboteur to eliminate, yes? You'll forgive me if I politely defer. While I'd hardly depict this as a crisis, I do have a few irons in the fire. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she's no longer a problem.
That was a song the Sovereign doesn't want you to hear. Oh, say, I hope no members of the Protectorate are listening. Wouldn't want anyone dreaming of a life of self-fulfillment and self-determination. Did I mention I ate a full box of Purple Berry Crunch to celebrate my big new promotion? Yep, life here's tough. Sure wish my leaders spent their time dictating my every move. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of rot. On